Hi everyone, and thank you so much for watching my video. Today we will be making a headband, and these right here are the materials that I'm gonna need. This is a medium for 100% acrylic yarn. I will also be using a 5mm crochet hook, scissors, and a needle. Okay, let's start by making a chain. I will be making a chain of 80 crochet chains. Everyone is different, so when you do your chain, I would recommend that you measure it around your head. That way you will know exactly how many you need. Like I said, I'm gonna need 80 for my head, and let's start by crocheting. So we're gonna pull to make chains. Okay, I'm gonna continue making my chains, and I'm gonna do 80. Once I'm done, I will come back to you guys in just a few seconds. Okay, guys. So once you get to the end, you will do an extra chain, which I have already done. Then we're gonna start on the third chain from our hook. We're gonna pull go under. We will be making double half crochets. Pull over. Again, once again on the next chain, pull and go through all 3 chains. Next stitch, pull, go through all 3 chains. Next stitch, the same. We will be repeating this same process all the way to the end, in which we will go through the next stitch, go through all 3 stitches, and like this all the way to the end. So let me finish doing this first row, and once I'm finished, I will come back to you guys and we will start row number 2. I have come to the end of the chain. Now this is the end of row 1. I'm going to start row 2 by making one more chain, turning my work around, and I'm going to do the exact same thing, but this time I'm just going to work on the back loops. As you can see here, there's a front and a back. I'm going to work on this back part of the stitch. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do half double stitches or double half stitch. Okay, so I'm going to put the yarn on the crochet hook. I'm going to go through the back part of the stitch, pull, and then go through all 3 loops. Once again, pull the yarn through the back, go through the back part of the stitch, pull through the 3 loops, back part of the stitch, pull, and through the 3 through the back. I'm gonna try to do it slower for those of you who don't know. So you go over the crochet hook through the back, pull, and through all 3 loops. You're gonna go over the back part through the 3 loops, And this is the same thing that you will be doing through all the way through the second row. So let me finish that second row and I will come back to you guys. Once you reach the end of the second line, you are going to stitch one more chain. You're going to flip your work around and we will repeat the same process. We're going to do half double crochets on the back stitch of the chain. So once again, on the back part of the stitch, we will continue this all the way to the end. It's very simple. I hope you guys can really see what I'm doing. I am working on this part right here. This part of the stitch on the back side, I am doing half double crochets, and every time I am pulling the back part of the stitch. So yarn over through the back part, pull the yarn and pull through all 3 stitches. Once again, yarn over through the back stitch, pull, and through the 3 stitches, through the 3 chains, I'm sorry. Yarn over through the back stitch, pull through, and then pull through all 3 loops. Yarn over through the back stitch, and then through all 3 loops. We're going to continue once again all of this all through the end of row 3. I will continue and come back to you guys in just a few minutes. So once again, I have reached the end of row 3, and again, I'm gonna stitch one more chain. I'm gonna flip my work over, and I'm gonna repeat the exact same thing all through the end of row number 4. You guys will continue doing this until you get the desired height of your headband. It's the same thing. You're gonna do half double crochets all the way through the end. Once you reach the end of the row, you're gonna do an extra chain and flip your work on the back part of the stitch and repeat it, as I mentioned, until you get to the desired height. I'm gonna work on this, and once I have reached my desired height, I will come back to you guys and show you how to do the rest. I have reached the end of my 6 rows. That's the height that I decided to do my headband. So now I am going to do one chain, pull it tight, and I'm gonna cut the yarn. I'm gonna give it a good amount of yarn so that I could sew it together. I'm gonna pull and put it tight. So now the edges, I am going to fold this edge or this side in half. I'm gonna do the same thing with this side. And I'm gonna put them together like if they were sandwiches. Okay. Now I'm gonna put the yarn through the needle. It's gonna take me a while because it does not want to go through. Okay. Let me put this together and I'll just come back in just a few seconds. Hold on. Okay, so now my yarn is in my needle, and I'm gonna start sewing the yarn. I'm gonna make sure I get all 4 sizes or sides of the headband, so that none of them separate when I'm using the headband. I'm going to continue. I'm going to make them as close as possible just to make them extra tight and extra secured. This is a really easy project for beginners. Make sure that all of your edges are lined up, because like I mentioned, we want to get all of the edges. We don't want to leave any of them hanging loose, because it just won't look nice. Okay, I'm almost there at the end. Alright, and this is the last one. So now I will cut my yarn here, and I will make several knots to this other yarn just to secure it so it won't get loosed. Oh, I'll just do an extra one just to be extra secured. Okay, and when you flip it over, this is how it looks. So that's it, guys. This is a headband with a twisted side.